In Germany we have freedom of thought. In France we have freedom of action. In India, we don't have both. This isn't about comparing countries, it's about understanding how different societies value different freedoms. Freedom of thought means you can think, believe, and express yourself without fear. Freedom of action means you can live your life and make choices without unnecessary restrictions. Let's take a trip around the world, exploring these freedoms in Germany, France, and India. We'll look at the laws, the culture, and the everyday realities that shape how people experience their freedoms. This isn't about judging who's right or wrong, it's about learning from each other and appreciating the complexities of freedom in our world. Because at the end of the day, freedom isn't just about what's written on paper, it's about how we live our lives. Germany has a long and complex history with freedom of thought. From the Enlightenment to the fall of the Berlin Wall, the pursuit of intellectual freedom has been a defining characteristic of German society. Today, Germany is a leading voice for freedom of expression and thought. Its constitution guarantees these rights, and its people value open dialogue and debate. Germans are encouraged to question, to challenge, and to think for themselves. This doesn't mean there are no limits. Hate speech, for example, is restricted, as it is in many democratic countries. However, the emphasis remains on fostering a society where individuals are free to explore ideas without fear of censorship or reprisal. France, the land of liberté, égalité, fraternité, has a deep-rooted commitment to freedom of action. This is evident in its history of revolutions and social movements, where citizens have fought for the right to determine their own destinies. The French value individual autonomy and the ability to live their lives as they see fit. This translates into a culture that embraces personal choices from fashion and food to lifestyle and relationships. France also has a strong social safety net, which provides citizens with a degree of security and allows them to take risks without fear of falling too far. This combination of individual liberty and social support creates an environment where freedom of action can flourish. India presents a complex and evolving picture when it comes to freedom of thought and action. As the world's largest democracy, India guarantees fundamental rights, including freedom of expression and religion. However, these freedoms are often challenged by societal norms, religious tensions, and at times, government policies. India's diversity, while a source of strength, also leads to a mosaic of cultural and religious sensitivities, which can sometimes clash with individual freedoms. Despite these challenges, there are also inspiring stories of individuals and communities in India who are pushing the boundaries of freedom and challenging traditional norms. From activists fighting for LGBTQ+ rights to artists expressing themselves through unconventional mediums, India is witnessing a growing movement of individuals demanding greater freedom of thought and action. The path forward for India lies in finding a balance between respecting its diverse cultural fabric and upholding the fundamental rights guaranteed to all its citizens.